in this video, I'll talk about the search. So yeah, by default in your wiki, you'll have this search bar. And if you put text in there, it will search your wiki for that text. There's quite good documentation here on how you can put in different terms. So by default, if you have words with a space in between it, let's say chocolate and cupcakes with a space in between it, it will return pages that contain both chocolates and cupcakes in it. So that's by default. So you don't need a right and, just by default, by having a space, it will return pages that contain sort of everything, all the words that you indicate. And by default, it's case insensitive as well. But let's say you wanted to find pages with chocolate or cupcakes, not pages with both words in it, but either or. Then you could use the colon in between chocolate and cupcakes. If you wanted to exclude, let's say you wanted, pages with chocolate, but not with white chocolate, or you could put chocolate here and then dash white to exclude any pages that mention white chocolate, but still keep chocolate found. So there might still be dark chocolate, right? There's also the asterisk you can use. It's not a wildcard, as they say, so if you use it here, it will not find anything they say, so it won't find the W. How it works is it partially matches, so anything can be before or after it in this example, and it will find anything with this in it, basically. That's what it's saying. This will find anything with that at the end of it, and this will find anything with this at the beginning of it. So choku with an asterisk will find chocolate. Let with an asterisk at the beginning will still find chocolate. And 8 with 2 asterisks would find chocolate, right? So that's how that works. If you wanted an exact match or exact phrase, you can use these double quotations. So that means it has to appear exactly as written for it to be found. And if you want to restrict your search to a particular namespace or folder where your pages are stored, you can use this at, name of the namespace, and then that will work. And yeah, you can even use more complicated expressions by enclosing it all in parentheses. And it says that they helps with the precedence as well, because they have the highest one, so they will actually I think they're checked first. Another thing I mentioned with the search index is you might move a lot of pages into your wiki. And by default, how the search index works is it seems to index it when you load it. So if you edit it, right, and edit the page and load it. But if you manually imported a lot of pages into your wiki, let's say you're migrating from an old installation to a new one, well then by default those pages won't be indexed. So I'll tell you how you can index it. You basically just go to your cPanel, go to the terminal, and then in the terminal you go, CD, which means, jump to the name of the folder you're about to put in. You put in the name of the folder, which corresponds to your domain name, you go to basically the path where your DokuWiki is installed, and that will generally be your domain name. And then in that DokuWiki installation, you'll go to the bin folder, and then you just type in php indexer.php, and that will run the indexer for you. Because as you can see in this file, there's this indexer.php file. So you're just gonna run that, like I said, with php indexer.php. If you run any issues with it not being able to index a page because of memory limits or whatever with PHP, then you could just move the page out of, the pages folder temporarily and then bring it back in afterwards, I suppose. It's not the end of the world if, one page isn't indexed, and that might be, but in general, most pages will index successfully. It's just if you have some ridiculously long page. So yeah, that's how the search works. And that's how to run this search index to make sure pages are found when you migrate them into your new install, right? So yeah, that's the search. like they say. You might have to reboot it manually if you copied it.